What's going on, guys? Zeiss here, AD carry coach. For those of you who don't know, my name is Zeiss. I'm an AD carry League of Legends specialized coach, and we're gonna make a tier list with the best champions for this patch. So let's get right into it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you are an AD carry main and you want to improve. So first we're gonna go with, so we have Ezreal. So where is Ezreal? I think at the moment Ezreal is probably A tier, but it's not really the best champion in the A tier. It's not really the worst champion in the A tier. I think he's somewhere in the middle, realistically speaking. And I think that if you play him like well, that's what he stands for. Of course, he's the kind of champion like Aphelios, where if you're like kind of bad on him, he most likely is like in B tier, low B tier. But I think that the good player on Ezreal, he's in the middle. When should you play Ezreal? Ezreal is a good champion to have in your champion pool. He's very safe. He can be blind pick, so I think I recommend him to be in your champion pool if you are Emerald minimum. I don't think I recommend him for gold or platinum, even though there are some good mechanical players there as well. From my coaching session experience, I can say that, and some people can play Ezreal very well mechanically even in gold. I think he's more around Emerald plus champion, and he's a good champion for second or third champion in the pool. I wouldn't say maining or one trick pony Ezreal is the best. Aphelios, Aphelios Diamond Plus, he's pretty decent. He's probably like B tier. I think he's very playable right now. He's not really the best, not really the worst. I don't recommend him for low elo, and for high elo he's a very good pocket pick, but you need to put a lot of times to actually learn the guns. So for low elo I don't recommend him. For high elo, if you want some, you know, sauce or some like a bit more special in your pool so you can surprise your enemy, I think it's a pretty good pick. And I think it's basically in the same boat with Kalista, where for low elo it's almost useless because you just need so much setup and you need to be super good mechanically. But for high elo she can be good. I think Kalista is probably playable, maybe in B tier. Yeah, I think it's slightly better than Aphelios for sure. This patch as well, so I would actually put it here. I don't recommend her for low elo, and for high elo I only recommend her if you just want a bit of like versatility in the champion pool, a bit of a pocket pick. If you're the kind of guy in the team that you think you're gonna carry and you're the guy, you know, everything, the attention is on you, then you should pick Kalista. Personally, I like to pick more consistent AD carries like VAarus, like Ashe, and just try to be the consistent guy that always plays well, that doesn't need ganks, that doesn't need resources, and I'm always useful. And if I get a little bit of a lead, I almost always carry the game. That's me. But if you're the carry, if you're the special main character in your team, you have a team and you're like high reload, then Kalista is a good champ. Ashe and VAarus, they actually really good. I think VAarus is probably one of the best, if not the best, in A tier. I don't think he is S tier. He is good for sure. VAarus is an amazing champion to main. You can main him, like play mainly VAarus, or you can go for secondary VAarus or even third champ VAarus. But I don't recommend you to have usually 3 champs. People that know and watch me, if you play 2 to 3 hours per day, 2 champions is enough. If you play more than 3 hours per day, you can consider going for 3 champions. But yeah, VAarus, very good champ. Low elo, high elo, very good versatility. I think he's an amazing champ to have in your pool. If you want to main him or have him like a second pick or a third pick, he's amazing. Same thing with Ashe. Very good blind picks as well. Ashe, VAarus, Ezreal, super good blind picks. Ashe is S tier. I think I recommend her for any rank. She's so good. VAarus, same thing, so good. Just learn a bit of this combo and he's so good. I recommend them. I think Ashe VAarus as a champion pool for low elo is amazing. For high elo you need a bit of versatility. I think that if you're master plus, I would go for 3 to 4 champions for high elo, but for low elo below master tier you should be fine. Jhin, he's with the Dark Harvest build. He's actually a very good champ, I think, for low elo and high elo, but more, both actually. And I definitely think he's S tier. I even think that he might be with the Dark Harvest build better than Ashe. It's either slightly better or slightly worse, but I tend to think that he's better. I don't think he's a champion that I actually recommend you to main as a first champion, because from my experience as a coach, and I coach a lot of players, as you guys might know, I coach players with rank between Iron and Challenger, and there are people that climbed in like 8 months from Bronze to Diamond. There are people that climb from Silver to Emerald in 1 month. So I really know what I'm doing. The people, and I coach more than 3,000 people, the people that I coach on Jhin, they have very bad mechanics, very bad camera control. They play locked or they play unlocked, but it's like really like unstable, really bad clicking, bad mechanics. So people that play Jhin, people that play Lulu, people that play Yumi, people that play Malzahar, this kind of champions that are all like utility and they don't really play proactively, they don't really force you to be proactive, I don't think I should recommend them to main. Same thing with Sivir as well. play, if you want to play Jhin, he's amazing, low elo, high elo, but have it as a secondary champ and play Ashe or VAarus as a first champion. In my opinion, something that you can be more proactive and actually hold, like, just help you to climb faster. And yeah, he's definitely one of the best champ in the patch, objectively speaking, I think. So Sivir, we put it here. Again, it's not something that I would recommend to main, but she's definitely good in this patch. She's probably one of the best in B tier or one of the worst in A tier. She used to be bad, but now she's actually better. I don't think I recommend her to main. She's very fun, I like her, but there are just better champions in S tier and A tier that I recommend maining. And most of the players that I coach in with Sivir, they think they have so much wave clear that they perma push the whole game. They stay on the side lane. They like, I look at their game, they're like gold, they're like platinum. I look at their farm, they have 10 farm per minute. They're not doing damage, they don't know when to group. It's just they clear waves and they just autopilot. That's why I don't recommend this kind of champions. She's good as a second or third champ, but I don't think she's better than a proactive champion, as I said. Okay, we have Nilah. Nilah is a counter pick, same thing with Xayah. I mean, they are good if they have lots of assassins. I think they're very, very good. Xayah is super good if they have lots of engage, and Nilah, if you have engage and you can like make her ultimate, if you have like a lot of space in team fights, if they don't have a lot of CC to lock you down like Alistar, like Malzahar, and you can actually, you know, go in the fight and ulti, you have a lot of engage in the team. Nilah is very good. Xayah, if they have lots of assassins, lots of people are jump on you, she's probably S tier, as in a counter pick S tier. Same thing with the Seraphine. You basically pick if you need AP, if you already have like a Senna support, and then Kindred jungle have a lot of like AD in the composition already. The ultimate is like super good. So yeah, and it's kind of the same boat with like Artus and all of like this brand and Swain, and they're A tier. I think mages are always like good A tier, like mid A tier. They're not better than VAarus, but I think they're not like the best. I definitely think Sivir is like worse than mage. Mages are very good, don't get me wrong. Mages are very nice, okay? They are mid, like any mage you play is basically A, almost any mage you play. Maybe Cassio is like B or something, right? Maybe Victor is still A. So you know what I'm saying. If you want to play a mage, if you want to have an AP champion pool, like AP champion your champion pool, I mean, you can. But yeah, I think that the cheese champions are like A tier, like middle of the A tier, realistically speaking. Okay, Caitlyn. I mean, Caitlyn is very good. I think S tier for sure. She's like super OP. I recommend her for low elo, even for high elo. For low elo, it's a bit hard because you need to have spacing, you need to play around your range. But I think she's a good champion to main. She's definitely better than Ezreal or other champions that like don't have auto attacks. She also has a bit of kiting, some mechanics with the traps. I recommend her basically in any elo. But yeah, definitely Ashe and VAarus are still like a little bit better than her for low elo, and for high elo, having Caitlyn in your pool, I think it's pretty important. So yeah, definitely pick this champion. If they have lots of like assassins, they can kill you really easy, then maybe she's not a great pick. If they have like Blitzcrank and you don't have a support that can peel you, you might be in trouble. But yeah, I think she's definitely a solid pick. Miss Ferten, I mean, Miss Ferten is like, I think with the collector build, with the like Yomu's collector build right now, she's actually decent. I think she's probably like a little bit better than Kalista or a little bit worse. I don't think she's A tier, but she's probably the best in B tier. I think she's fine. I mean, definitely a champion that I recommend for really low elo like bronze and silver. She's very, very nice to learn AD carry. For high elo, I mean, where should you pick her? Usually you should pick her in two situations. It's like one, if they don't have tanks and they have full squishies. Like let's say they have like a composition like this. They have full squishies, and yeah, you can pick her. She's fine. Usually I pick her one if they have good squishies and I have like a reliable CC that I can ulti on top of them having no tank. So if I have like Nautilus or Leona or Rel, and I already have like a Lissandra mid lane that can set me up, and I have two important abilities that I can play with my ulti, then and they have no tanks, then I pick MF instantly. That's how I would pick her. Jinx, definitely super good to main, low elo, high elo. I don't think she's S tier. I mean, it's hard to say. She's probably between S tier and best of A tier, like the worst in S tier or the best in A tier. I'll put her A tier because I don't think she's better than these three champs. But she's definitely very good, and definitely very good to main. I think that if they don't have assassins or you want to main someone, I think Jinx is super good. If you're high elo and you want to pick this champion in the draft, I wouldn't say she's necessarily blindable because they can go Blitzcrank, and a good Blitzcrank is a good Blitzcrank. But yeah, for low elo, it's like really good. For sure, Ziggs, I mean, yeah, as per usual, it's like A tier. It's probably like best mage right now. Kaisa, I think I'll put her B tier, low. She's pretty bad. I mean, if you have a lot of engage and you have setup and they have no CC, I mean, you can pick her, but there are just so many champions that are better than her, so I don't think I recommend her. Counter pick Samira, she's not bad. She's probably like B tier, like right now. And as a counter pick, if you have a lot of CC, definitely you can consider picking this champion if they are like squishies. She's not a bad champ if they have no CC and they have a lot of squishies for sure. Smolder is actually very good. He used to be a C tier, but I think right now he's... Is it like here? Okay, she's not better than Jinx, VAarus, Ezreal, but I think it can be like with Ziggs here. So it's like either the worst champion of the best in A tier, or like mid A tier. So definitely very good. I think he's good to learn the game. You have stacks, you play safe. I mean, usually he's a very safe champion, and if you're like super beginner, I think he's an okay champ to really play. If you like him, you can play him. He's like decent in a situation where you know he can scale. They have like Enchanter on bot lane, you know he can scale. They have Twitch. Yeah, you can pick this champion. I don't think it's bad at all. Lucian, I think Lucian is like here, like a little bit worse than Aphelios. I think he's definitely playable. With Nami, he's probably like low B tier or low A tier actually, but with normal support, like maybe with engage, he's like B tier. I think it's fine. If you really want to play him, you can play him, but there are like other champions. Vayne, I mean, she's just so weak right now. Same thing with Twitch, same thing with Zeri, same thing with Senna. Like, I don't know, but I don't really know where to put these champions. Like, they're all like so bad. Like, they are just so weak. I wouldn't recommend you playing them. And Corki is definitely super good. I'm not sure if I should put Corki like right behind of Jhin or right behind of Caitlyn, but he's definitely S tier. He's like really good. So I recommend you maining Corki. I personally think that I don't think you should play Corki because of the fact that he's such a champ that now he's AD carry, tomorrow he's mid lane, and if they make next patch a change, he's not AD carry anymore. So I don't want to invest my time in a champion that, you know, 1 month he's a mid, 5 months he's an AD carry, then again he's a mid lane. I want to put my time on an Ashe or a VAarus, on a champion that is consistently good. Worst case in 1 year, Ashe is B tier. Best case, she's S tier, but she's never like completely trashed, at least till now. Of course, could be wrong in the future. So Corki is amazing for high elo. You want some free elo, play Corki, learn Corki. I don't personally recommend you to main him because I don't know about the future, but he's not bad. I didn't say it's bad. Draaaven, I mean, let's be honest, Draaaven is really good. He's probably better than Ezreal. Draaaven is such a broken champion. If you're low elo and you have super mechanics, you could play him. I don't recommend him because, I mean, if you're low elo, then that's probably why you're low elo, is because your mechanics and your decision making is not good. And this is why I recommend you, if you didn't try coaching session, try it. There are so many people that book 3,000 people. I coach AD carries, I coach supports, I personally got Diamond 4 with 200 ping in AD carry, of course, with AD carry on Ashe and with Ezreal. So if you truly want to get better, you truly want to improve and you feel stuck, definitely go to VAarus.com, book your coaching session. This guy got Diamond 4 after he was Gold 4. It wasn't in a day, it wasn't in a month, it was in a year. But like, give me an example of someone that got from Gold 4 to Diamond in a year without coaching. There are people, but I believe that if you want to improve and you want to do it faster, you want to find out your real mistakes, go to VAarus.com, guys, book your coaching session. It is absolutely amazing and it will help you so much. Okay, so let's continue. Tristana. I mean, Tristana is really good. I think I put her A tier for sure, but I don't know if I should put it high A tier or like here. I think she's probably behind Ezreal. I don't know if it's like more than Zigg, so it's either here, mid B, or like here. Oh, sorry, mid A. So she's definitely really good. She's definitely very playable. I think you can play her. I mean, she's gonna help you to learn how to be aggressive. So if you're low elo, definitely you can. It's worth to pick her up. If you're high elo, and they have like champions that you can easily punish, like Twitch or, you know, super early game champ based, and you can jump in. You have like a Blitzcrank as well, or like an Alistar, and you can actually all in, because if they have a lot of range, then don't pick it. But if you know you can actually set up the all in and you're not gonna get poked into the tower, or if you know that you can scale, because Tristana is really good scaling right now, I think she's worth picking in high elo as well. So that is my opinion. Kogmaw, probably very bad. I mean, I don't know if he's A tier. He's probably B tier. I don't know. He's probably like B tier right now. I don't think he's A tier. I think he's like probably here with Aphelios, like a little bit worse or a little bit better. I mean, he's not a bad champ, especially with Lulu. He can be like a decent champ, but this is not best, not ideal to play this champion. Okay, not ideal. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. on Patreon. People that are on Patreon, they get special videos for AD carry, and they also get tier list in every single month. They get the tier list fast and early access. So if you want to get tier list, go check out my Patreon, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you in the next video.